Today, I've been thinking a lot about keeping your word and doing what you say you're going to do. And the more I've thought about this over the past week, the more important of a concept I've come to realize that it is. Realistically, your word is your life. Because if your word can't be trusted, and that means if you can't trust your word and if other people can't trust your word, you're screwed. That's just a terrible spot to be in life. I don't think I can understate just how important it is to keep promises to yourself and keep promises to those around you. Like I've seriously been sitting here thinking about this, and it's genuinely almost life or death. Every single time you break a promise to yourself, you lose. Just like, think about what would happen if you made a promise to someone else and you broke it. What would happen? They wouldn't trust you as much. Well, when you make a promise to yourself and then you break it, what do you think happens? Subconsciously, you lose trust in yourself. You lose a small piece of trust and a small piece of confidence in your ability to commit and to follow through with things and to act upon your words. That's huge. That's huge. Because it's like this cascading snowball effect of just, breaking more and more promises to yourself and losing more and more confidence, and those just feed off of one another until you end up in a really terrible place and you have zero belief in your ability. So, my advice to people is to start small. Start really small. Say you just, the only way to get better at this is to say to yourself, I am going to do X, and then actually go do X. And you don't do something like, you don't start, when you do this, you don't start at level 1 and then jump to level 5,000. You start at level 1, you go to level 2. So you say, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to make my bed. And then you go and you make your bed, no matter how you feel the next morning. And that's step 1. That sends a subconscious message to your brain that says, look, I can say something and then back it up with my actions. I can follow through on things I say I'm going to do. And from there, you pick it up a notch, slowly but surely. So now you move to, okay, I made my bed. I'm gonna run 2 kilometers today. Rain or shine, no matter what happens, I'm going to run 2 kilometers. And then you do it. Or if you're not confident you can run 2 kilometers, you say, okay, I'm gonna walk 2 kilometers. And then you do it. And again, that sends a message to your mind that, okay, this guy came to play. He's saying stuff, and he's talking the talk, and he's walking the walk. He's backing up his actions. That's what confidence is. All confidence is just being able to say stuff and knowing that you can back it up. Saying stuff and not being able to back it up, that's arrogance. It's as simple as that. That's the difference. Arrogance is just confidence without evidence. So if you're somebody who's struggling with being able to get things done, this would be my advice to you. You know, step one is just, you might not have any trust in yourself left because you might have broken too many promises to yourself, which is okay because that's where I was. And I'm not perfect, but I'm slowly getting better at it. So you just start small and you pick something and I'm gonna show up at the gym today, and you just show up. Boom. I've just backed on my actions. Look at that. And you just, from there, you slowly but surely, you just raise the bar slowly but surely. And maybe you raise it too high and you fall short, and so okay, let's bring the bar back down and let's try again. And you go up and up and up, and you set, challenges progressively more demanding, more difficult. And that's how you begin to really take big steps forward. But it starts small. It starts with the basics. Especially if you're in a bad spot. You have to start small, start easy. Don't be afraid to lower the bar. Don't be afraid to lower your threshold of action, Maybe cleaning your room is too hard. Maybe you look at your room, it's a mess. You say, there's no way I can clean this thing fully. So lower the bar. Say, I'm going to set a 2-minute timer and just clean my room for 2 minutes. That's progress. That's what progress is all about. Slow and steady. Progress, not perfection. And there are going to be days where you fall short and you don't achieve what you want to achieve, and that's okay. Because you do your best every day, and you get up the next day and you try again. And again and again and again. And then the daily effort just compounds. And sometimes it's a slow process and you don't even see it, but it's happening in the background. So that's all I got for you today. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Peace.